Good morning. We are now here on the bus, headed back to El Calafate from El Chalten. Yesterday we pretty much just completely fell asleep because we were super tired. Now back to El Calafate, and then later this afternoon we're gonna go to the Perito Moreno Glacier. Alright, so we made it about halfway to Calafate. We're back at the same little rest stop.
I'm sunburned. We're all sunburned.
Marisol's toe is not looking so hot.
If it's not one thing, it's another with me. Sunburnt. Knees getting better. I'm sunburned and I have sciatic nerve pain.
Same pinch.
How are you? This one has shin splints and other shit
I have
happening.
shin splints and my toes are just
Not looking good.
These hurt.
Am I the only one not completely injured?
I think so. Sunburned all over your
I'm just a little sunburned, but not too
I have no
bad.
sunburn.
your head.
Sun don't dare burn me.
That's because you're dark, bro. We made it to our Airbnb here in Calafate. We are just kind of getting organized. This is exactly what happens when everybody puts all their stuff on.
You just dump everything in your bag, out of your bag.
Now Calafate is actually a larger town than we all had thought. Yeah, we don't have very much time. We literally have less than an hour to probably go find something and eat because we have to be at the bus station a little bit early.
The bus station's not super close.
Yeah, so we probably have a 15-minute walk to the center of town here. One tip for Patagonia and this part of Argentina, it is very sunny. Well, it can be very sunny, and when it is sunny, the sun don't play. I mean, it's strong here, super strong.
Even when it's not that sunny, apparently the sun is very strong because I got sunburned and I haven't been sunburned since I was a child.
Decided on a pizza place. It's 11:45 right now. Hopefully the service is fast. We have to make it in an hour. We made it now to the bus, and this should be the right place. So from here, it's a 1.5 hour bus ride. What's your review of the bus so far?
The bus is spacious. It's open seating. We made reservations online, so at the glacier, you have a few options. Some people do ice trekking. We're not going to do that. We've already done it in Iceland, and honestly, I don't feel like it's that interesting. You can get on a boat to get up close with the glacier.
Alright, so about 15 minutes into the bus ride here, you stop at the entrance of the national park. This is where they stop the bus, and basically a park official comes on the bus and asks you to pay for the entrance tickets. And we thought it was 700 pesos, so we had prepared 700 pesos each. Apparently it's 800 pesos, so I think the prices changes kind of off and on here and there. You can still go in the office kind of behind here and pay in USD or credit card, I think. So even if you don't have cash, it's not a huge deal, but it's just more convenient if you have cash to pay on the bus. All right, we are now here.
We just arrived here at Perito Moreno Glacier. What I understood from our bus driver is that there is a walking trail boardwalk that's 2 kilometers. It takes about 65 minutes to walk the entire thing. There's one boat at 3:45, but we think it's full. It costs 1,000 pesos. Alan and I both decided we're just gonna walk the boardwalk instead of being rushed trying to get on the boat and all that.
Apparently they have a restaurant here, little gift shop. Yeah, it's actually quite a bigger setup than I had imagined. It's like this whole basically this whole tourist infrastructure here. Apparently they even have Wi-Fi. So yeah, I guess this is a really popular spot obviously, so that makes sense. So basically you walk along all these metal boardwalks and you get a first viewpoint of the glacier, but when it gets a lot closer, Melissa and I have been to quite a number of glaciers throughout our travels, and we've probably been to at least like 6 or 7 glaciers, and this one definitely takes the cake. And Nava and I were just talking about this, but we're saying this glacier looks like the wall from Game of Thrones. But what did we just see?
The Andean condor, baby. The biggest bird in the world.
Yes. There's so many different viewpoints along the boardwalk here. You want to stop at every single one, but Alright, so we're now at one of the main viewing points. So this glacier average height is 70 meters, or that's about 225 feet or so in total height. The cool thing about this glacier is you can, from right where we're standing, see the extent of the entire glacier. Basically, this southern Patagonian ice field this is like the tip of the southern Patagonian ice field, and it kind of goes beyond that into the mountains and obviously into the Andes. And the southern Patagonian ice field is the 3rd largest ice field in the entire world, right after Antarctica and Greenland.
So pretty.
What did we just see?
We just saw the biggest chunk we've seen so far fall into the water.
It's really hard to get on camera.
It really is.
You gotta be quick with it.
You have to already be recording.
I was recording my cookies when the last one fell. You have to just be like paying attention, like waiting for a glacier to fall, for it to break off, because they will break off.
So the best time to see icebergs fall off the glacier is in the summer, because that's when it's warmest. So the ice is melting, and also in the afternoon. So we came during the perfect time. Okay.
Too slow.
I got it. I've just been recording.
That's all you have to do.
Ah! Oh my god!
That was awesome. Look, all those boats are missing out.
And it creates big waves. Alan knew that piece was gonna fall off.
Yeah. Alan, what else is gonna fall off? Oh yeah, I can see it.
My hands are so cold.
It's worth it though.
Yeah.
Alright, so from the very first little bit that we started walking, I kept my eye on this one little point, like right behind me, that Melissa just caught.
Oh my god!
Look at this one! Look at this one! Oh my god!
I called that one!
Oh shit! Yeah! Look at the waves out there. It's like Okay, I'm gonna finish up my conversation before that piece fell off. So I had my eye on this glacier, this little point of the glacier. We are a mess here. Nava, what did you just do? You dropped your water.
I don't like it.
Is it water bottle?
It's,
He said he was dehydrated too.
Wait, that was the water bottle you bought?
yeah.
That's not funny. That's
No, that's not like I fill water in there.
Oh, okay.
No, it's I don't.
All right. Anyway, so
I
finishing up my conversation, I totally called this one glacier to fall, and then Marisol was then calling some other piece to fall, and it fell like right then and there. And so she has her eye on one more. So we'll see how good she is about getting this right. But that's probably one of the coolest things we've ever witnessed.
Huge.
Yeah. Oh, there's all these little pieces of glaciers, or that little piece of in the lake below. That was probably one of the coolest things I've seen ever. And we totally called it. I had my eye on that little point to fall off the entire time since we got here. And Melissa was happening to be recording, so yeah, that was cool.
Recorded on yours, they recorded on his, and it's like the third time he's recording this. All right, so this is called the Zona de Ruptura, zone of rupture. So I would assume that means this is the main area where icebergs fall off the glacier.
Yeah.
So we're gonna park it here.
I didn't think there was this many boardwalks. I thought it was really like just one boardwalk and you just sit there.
Just one boardwalk.
And you literally just sit there the whole day and watch it, but this is a lot cooler than I had thought. Perito Moreno Glacier definitely exceeded our expectations. Highly recommended. Now we are at what they call the first balcony. And yeah, it looks fabulous because you're like above looking down below. So this is as high as you can get pretty much. And it looks epic.
Marisol!
That was yours! Marisol, that was yours! Look at that one! Holy!
Here. It's still recording. But it's like from back there with trees.
We called all of the glaciers that fell.
4 for 4. We really did.
We really did.
We did it.
Damn!
Damn.
Okay, all right, listen, everybody, you ready? I thought you were gonna record.
I'm recording on IG.
Okay, so we came up with an analogy for this glacier here because it stays in the same spot, right? So this glacier doesn't move forward or retreat. So it's like the coin game machine, the coins machine at the arcade. So as you drop more coins in, basically it's the same thing as the ice field moving down. 3.5 meters, thanks to Nava, 3.5 meters a day. 2.2 meters per day. So it's moving like 7 feet every day forward. And so the same 7 feet has to fall forward in order for the same glacier to remain in the same spot. So it's like the coin machine. You put more coins in and more coins have to fall
So everything's pushing forward?
in order for it to stay in the same spot.
Pushing forward, but it's calving off.
Okay.
So yeah, the term, apparently I didn't know this term either, for the glacier ice to fall is called calving. C-A-L-V-I-N-G, calving off. So when the ice calves, it falls.
So who was right?
Melissa is correct.
Oh
from her
Melissa.
Oh yeah.
from her childhood days, she understood what calving means.
And then
There is fly fishing in this lake too.
Oh shit, it's about to happen. The Perito Moreno Glacier, amazing. It definitely exceeded our expectations, like all these boardwalks and all this stuff. A lot larger than you would expect, so definitely give yourself plenty of time here. On the bus here, we have, so when we take the bus, we have 5 hours here. And I would say that's probably about the right amount of time, 4 to 5 hours, including just walking along the boardwalk, stopping at all the different viewpoints. There's probably like 4 or 5 different viewpoints, probably more than that. But definitely take your time, just hang out, watch the glaciers, fall or whatever. Definitely a good time. Definitely exceeded our expectations, so highly recommend it.
this wraps our visit to Perito Moreno Glacier. It was amazing. It's the most impressive glacier we've been to, and we've been to 6 different ones. So if you ever make it to this part of the world, it's pretty difficult to get to,
Yeah,
but it's
definitely worth it. Easy just to walk along the platforms and stuff to see a glacier. This is probably the easiest glacier to actually see, because the other ones you have to hike to and everything. It's difficult to get here, but it's not difficult to get to the glacier once you're here in Argentina. So
highly recommend it. Anyway, so that concludes today's journey. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe down below.
thanks guys, see you next time.